In this video, I will show you how to build the bottom navigation bar on the bottom of the screen. So at the end of the scaffold. Okay, we are inside the scaffold for this. We have the argument app bar. The app bar terminates right here. We have the comma, and then we can add another argument inside the scaffold. This one will be with the control space, will be the bottom navigation bar. So we select this one. Then if we go over, we can see that we can put any widget inside. So if we would like, we could put only a text, but we will use a widget to see a bottom up bar. So let's do that with the bottom app bar. We select this one with the square purple, and here we go. We are not seeing anything right now because we will need to put something inside this bottom app bar. First of all, we will say control space. And when we do that, we have a suggestion for a child argument. So this one. The child is usually what we will put inside the widget. So it is one of the most used argument with Flutter, the child. And you have also the children that lets you put multiple widgets inside. But on this one, we will use the child like that, and we will be able to put a widget inside this one. As you can see, the child take a widget, and we will put the widget icon. So let's take the icon, this one, the second one with the bracket, and let's take it. After the icon, if we go over, the icon will take an icon data. So this is the icon, this is the bracket. So this is the icon and the bracket is the same thing. And then an icon data. How are we going to give an icon data? I have a little tip for you. We can use the same name icon, but with the S at the end and make a dot. And then we will have multiple icon data. So as you can see, we have multiple icon. And if you don't see the icon, you can press on this little arrow. And as much as you drop down, you will see the arrow as well. You can select this one. And as you can see, we have an icon data. Okay, let's take by example, the home icon data. Here we go. So as you can see right here, we have our little bar with the icon data home. That's pretty simple. Okay, next step, I will right click and say format document once again. Shift Alt F to put my code nicely. Here we go. Okay, what else can we do? So we have an icon, but right now this icon is not pressable. So let's make it a button instead. Okay, let's do that. First of all, we will comment out this icon. So by putting 2/ like that, this is now comment. Now we can say icon button, by example. Let's select this one. So we take it. And then if you go over icon, the icon button, take first of all the icon argument. And this is a widget, so any widget. And take an onPress function. So the icon widget, because we have created the icon widget right here, we could just take this one and bring it right here. And then we remove the null like that. So now we have an icon that is kind of pressable. I say kind of pressable because we need to change the onPress argument for something like this, an empty function. So this means the input of the function, and this means what the function will trigger. Okay, so now we have created a button. As you can see, when we press on it, we have a little button icon, and we have created as well the bottom app bar. So now what I will do is I will right click and format document. So Shift Alt F. Let's do it. And as you can see, the text is still in one row. This is because Flutter wants to have comma between each bracket like this. And when you put comma between each bracket, now Flutter will understand how to refactor the code. So if I now Flutter will know how to format document. Sorry for that. So now when we click on format document, we will see the code place nicely. That's good. Last thing that I want to tell you is we will change the color of this bottom app bar. Okay. So we will go inside the bottom app bar because this is where we want to change the color. We will go inside and we will add another argument. And this one will be, as you can see, we have 6 of them. But one is called color. So it's pretty obvious. And color, if we go over, take a color widget. Okay, but I have another tips and tricks for you, like the icon. We can use only a S at the end and say dot, and we will have all suggestion of color. So let's try this. And because color start with a capital C, because it is a widget, we will say colors with the S dot, by example, blue. So let's take this one. Here we go. We have created our bottom navigation bar with the blue color and an icon button at the end. So this is very nice. Last thing before we leave this video will be, I want to trigger something when we press on this button. Okay. First of all, I will remove the comment section, so this part, because it's not used anymore. And then inside the onPress, so we have the input of the function and we have the trigger right here. Inside the trigger, we will use a function called print. So we select this one, the print, and the print can take anything inside because it is object. That means it can be a string, an int, a boolean, anything. So we double click on it and then we put the quotation mark just to write some string, so some text, and then we can say button pressed. And as you can see, we have a little error. This is telling us to put a semicolon at the end, so we put the semicolon. Here we go. So now the print function, what it will do, it will print this value on our debug console. Okay, so if I press on it, we can see button pressed. So we have triggered something from the application to do something on our coding app. Okay, so if you don't have the debug console, by example, I leave it. Okay, this is not a big deal because if you restart the app, as you can see, the terminal is not opening. So what you can do is you can go in terminal, new terminal, and then you can go in debug console. So you should have 4 buttons and you just select the debug console. So now when you press on it, you are inside the debug console and you can see the trigger function from the onPress icon button. That's it for this video and see you on the next one. Bye.